The President of the Republic, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and Minister of National Defense, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired on Sunday a meeting of the Council of Ministers devoted to the examination of the 2022 Finance Draft Law and the debate of presentations on the Supplementary Development Program for the province of Khenchla, as well as urgent measures for the revival of the mining and fisheries sectors. The President of the Republic indicated that next year will know a considerable improvement in terms of performance indices of the national economy, thanks to the reforms and incentives implemented, insisting on the need to protect the purchasing power of citizens and instructed to lower the tax on income and increase indicative salary indices for public servants. The head of state stressed the need to step up coordination between the ministries of trade and agriculture with the aim of maximizing control over agricultural products, legumes and pasta. He also instructed the government to enrich the finance draft law by implementing the tax wealth once it is redefined in the Finance Law 2022, by establishing a mechanism to facilitate the reassignment of rental housing units under social programs back to the state, implementing a discount of 10% for persons who pay for their housing units in one sitting, speeding up the creation of a housing bank, and instructing the Minister of Justice to prepare a draft law on combating speculation and tightening field controls over businesses and establishing 2 national schools specialized in desert agriculture in the southwest and east of the country. About the Supplementary Development Program in Khenchla, the President of the Republic put forward the need to observe the requirements of the state to improve the living conditions of citizens, ending the isolation of the province by linking it with the neighboring provinces, providing appropriate conditions for the development of agricultural activities in the area. President Tebboune issued urgent measures to revive the mining activities, such as expediting procedures to initiate structural projects in mining, especially the project of Gharj Bilad for iron and Bilad al-Hadba phosphates in Tbissa, establishing a factory for the manufacture of railways in Bishar to supply railway projects related to the exploration of Gharj Bilad mine and other future projects, intensifying the exploration efforts for new energy sources, increasing recovery profits up to 35%, ensuring the involvement of national economic operators in the field of converting mining products. The head of state also issued measures to revive the fisheries sector by helping shipbuilders, granting the necessary freedom to operators in this field in order to encourage individual initiative and promote investment in fish farming, encouraging by all possible means the producers through the creation of fisheries cooperatives, reducing the value-added tax rate from 19 to 9% on fishing products, and reviving shipbuilding projects with foreign partners, especially Spain and Italy. To conclude, the President of the Republic also extended his congratulations to the pharmaceutical industry sector and all those who participated in the local manufacturing project of the anti-COVID-19 vaccine. At the end of the meeting, the Council of Ministers approved a number of individual decisions related to appointments and terminations of terms for senior state positions.
The war veteran Haj Ibrahim Ghuma, Aminokal of the Tuaregs, Tassili, and member of the Council of the Nation, passed away on Sunday at the age of 92. On this sad occasion, the President of the Republic sent a message of condolences to the family of the deceased, in which he recalled his matchless values and qualities and harked back on his brilliant career as a member of Parliament and Senate, where he staunchly defended the local inhabitants' interests and actively participated in raising their problems and concerns. May Allah accept him in his vast paradise. The deceased, who joined the civil organization of the National Liberation Front in 1960, is considered to be among the figures who played a central role in the revitalization of the revolutionary movement in the Algerian-Libyan border region, where he militated until the country's independence on July 5, 1962. The late Brahim Rouma held several positions at the level of local elected assemblies, then member of the Council of the Nation for more than one term. The late was known for his constant positions, notably those related to the national unity and territorial integrity. In reaction to the French President Emmanuel Macron's comments, the Council of the Nation rejected any form of interference, affirming that Algeria's foreign policy isn't subject to any dictate from any party, whatever their nature or origin, including the colonizers of yesterday, represented by lobbies, entities, and political parties that do not hide their hostility and their hatred towards Algeria constantly and without shame.
The Algerian nationals in France rejected the French president's remarks, terming them as propaganda for the upcoming presidential elections. These remarks, made ahead of the celebration of the Immigration Day on October the 17th, are ill-intended with a view of their timing. The Algerian nationals reaffirmed their attachment to their motherland, witnessing a new phase marked by the ambitious program of the new Algeria.
Prime Minister of Finance Ayman bin Abdulrahman will pay on Monday a working visit to Oran province, where he will inspect sports projects and infrastructures, in particular ahead of the 19th Mediterranean Games, due to be hosted by this province in 2022. The representative of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ramtan Al-Mamra, will head on Wednesday to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia to participate in the swearing-in ceremony of the new Ethiopian government, resulting from the last legislative elections organized last July, and Prime Minister Ahmed Abi's party won a second term. On the sidelines of this ceremony, Ramtan Al-Mamra will hold bilateral meetings with Ethiopian officials and delegations participating in this ceremony. The Algerian Special Envoy to the Sahel and Africa, Ambassador Boujama Delmi, chairs the proceedings of the 45th session of the Commission of the Follow-up of Peace and Reconciliation Agreement in Mali, stemming from the Algiers process. During his stay, Delmi will hold talks with members of the Malian Transitional Government, the High Representative of the President of the Transition, representative of the movements, in addition to the agreement signatories, as well as members of the international mediation that Algeria is leading.
In its last issue, the magazine El Jaish underlined that the actions of the Makhzen, which tries to undermine Algeria through drugs, espionage, propaganda and the tendentious declarations emanating from the Moroccan officials, are the expression of the bitter failure suffered by all its hostile actions against our motherland. In the extension of the opening of the year of training and preparations for combat, the AMP continues to work with seriousness, determination and relentlessness to raise the level of combat readiness of all its units deployed throughout the national territory, including those positioned along our borders, in accordance with the guidelines of the President of the Republic, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense Abdelmajid Tebboune, adding that the combined tactical exercise Radh 2021, supervised recently by the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingriha, reflects the firm commitment to develop the battle core. In fact, these hostilities and others, such as the attempt to flood our country with drugs and espionage, have intervened in reaction to the firm and unwavering position of Algeria's principles, such as the need for a just solution to the Sahrawi issue. And because Algeria's commitment to its principles and its determination not to deviate from them is disturbing the Makhzen regime and hinders the realization of its dubious plans in the region, this expansionist regime has gone too far in conspiracies and subversive propaganda campaigns. Algeria is a strike force, and those who doubt it or refuse to believe it have only to go and shed tears in front of the Wailing Wall of their friends. Yes, Algeria is a strike force thanks to its immutable principles, its firm positions, its sovereign decisions, its heroic people, and its valiant army, concludes the magazine El Jaish. The national football team manager Jamal Belmadi revealed the list of players meant by the upcoming game versus Niger as part of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. The list witnessed the return of Adam Mounes and Youssef Attal, while Andy Delors has been excluded from the next two games due to be held on the 8th and the 12th of the current month.